Now, your Craftsman Federal Credit Union Sports Desk.
Well, it's officially scrimmage season, and we had action all across Northeast Louisiana, which meant we got our first glimpse of area teams, including the OCS Eagles, and that's where we take you first. OCS over in Ruston taking on Captain Shreve Gators in this one. Second-year starter Luke Vidrine didn't have his best day, but this was one of the best throws right here. He dropped it into the bucket of Patrick Turpin for the big-time gain right there. Great stuff from him. And then later in the drive, Vidrine drops back again. He's going to launch it down the field once more. This time, the opposite side of the field. It hung in the air a little bit too long. This one will be picked off. But I tell you what, the Eagles will give you something to celebrate here. The defense, the Gators roll out of the pocket and dump it off to the tailback. Eli Red with the big-time hit right there. That's going to give the fans something to get excited about. This is just a glimpse, everybody. Our Jeremy Bryant will have extended version of these highlights coming up later on this weekend. Now we head over to Walsman. He has some more football scrimmage. Coach K and company with the first glimpse of them as well. Host squad taking on General Trask in this one. Panthers jet sweep to Anton Davis. He cuts back across the field, almost broke this thing. He's eventually going to be pushed out of bounds. But I tell you what a great start from the Panthers this one. But then the Wildcat defense, they were solid from that point forward. Fred Clark gets the ball carrier, stops in the backfield. Keyshawn Hines and Devin Brown help clean it up right there. And a few plays later, the Panthers try the QB keeper. Wildcats defense swarms once again. They make the big-time stops. Didn't get a chance to see the Wildcats offense in this one, but I tell you what, their defense looks solid in this one. Now, Faraday taking on General Trask. Lereante Carter gets to the outside here on the sweep. He's going to have the big game, eventually knocked out of bounds. And then the air attack from the Trojans looked mighty, mighty good in this one. Caleb Ellis lets fly down the field to Peyton Collins right here. He's going to make the catch in double coverage and somehow breaks free and gets in there for the score right there. And then how about this? They weren't done just yet. This time Ellis is going to go to Jacoby Boxley on the far side of the field. Yeah, that's another touchdown for them right there. Hey, you know what? These guys, you could tell they were anxious to get back out there on the field. Their play was proof of it. We'll have more football coming your way tomorrow night. Plenty of it on the way. And speaking of high school football, Bayou Jam starts next weekend with lots of great football on deck. But before we get to the action, there will be plenty of festivities for the community to enjoy, all starting Monday with what many would consider a fan favorite.
Media Day is always a fun day. If you haven't been, we jokingly say it's something that, we should sell tickets to because it is just fantastic. Every single one of the coaches participate. They bring their two key players. And, of course, all of the sponsors come, and it's just a great way to really get to know those coaches personally. A lot of times our community, they don't get to hear them up close and personal. They don't get to know them. So that's just a very fun day for our community that they're welcome to come as well. The salute to service is near and dear to my heart. My husband is in the military. I had family members in the military. And I think that several of our athletes have gone on to be in the military, and I think that that is just a great way for us to make sure that we are recognizing what our services are doing for us. Not only do our players come that day, but we also invite the JROTC. They come in and they participate. So it gives us another avenue to include other students in the schools in this type of program. And again, that just leads back to it not just being about football. But at the same time, our military sacrifices so much for us. And I think that this is a way that they do recognize that our military, suffers and that they, go to battle for us. And going to battle on a football field is nothing in comparison to what they do. The Taste of the Tailgate is a premier event of ours. That has just taken off, leaps and bounds. Everyone seems to like it. I think it kicks off, the entire weekend with tasting the food from the local restaurants. It gives them an opportunity to highlight their restaurant and their food for the season. And so that's really a lot of fun, to go there, listen to the music, interact with those restaurants, and taste the food.
And we also have some college soccer tonight. Grambling in Monroe taking on the Warhawks of ULM. First half, off the free kick, ULM called for a foul in the box here. We're set up Cindy Norfolk for the PK, and she's going to find the back of the net. And just like that, Grambling's out to a 1-0 lead in this one. But I tell you what, ULM would quickly respond, and it only took 2 minutes for them to respond back in this one. In the 19th minute, the Warhawks trying to get the cross right here. This is knocked away, not completely cleared. And guess who got it? Mar Grukamp, who ends up with it, shoots from outside the box, deflected in for the goal, and just like that, tied up 1-1, I should say. Now the Warhawks awarded a corner kick later on in the 29th minute of the game. Grukamp again, she's going to send this one into the box. Check out Beth Strutton right here. She's going to head it home right there to make it 2-1 Warhawks, and she's going to come over to the sideline and let us know, yes, that is my goal right there. Great stuff from her. Vanessa Prayer, she would add another goal in the second half. ULM would get the win 3-1 in this one. They moved to 3-0 on the year, and they will be back in action Sunday at home taking on Nicholls State. And one soccer score to pass along to you. Louisiana Tech in action against South Alabama. They could not get any offense going on this one. They would fall 2-0 in this one. They're also back in action Sunday at home taking on Grambling. And hey, we're just now getting started. The fun's just now beginning. We're going to have plenty of action coming your way the rest of this week and all next week. But hey, that's all the time for sports. A final look at your forecast. After the break, you're watching NBC 10 News at 10.